Hey everyone! So this past weekend, I did my first 3 solo takeoffs and landings in preparation for my private pilot's license. I recorded the footage and stitched it together with some commentary. Enjoy!
Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie taking off, 20 closed pattern, Maryland.
So I started my flight at Potomac Airfield and flew to Maryland Airport with my instructor Mike. We landed at Maryland, and he looked at me and said, "Feel good enough to solo today?" To which I only could respond, "Hell yeah." I dropped him off at the FBO and taxied to the runway. It was only there that I remembered to turn on the GoPro, though. I started flying back in June of 2019. Since then, I've accumulated 23 flying hours prior to this flight. To say I was nervous and excited is an understatement. Mike told me that early on, he noticed that I made it a habit to announce what I was doing as I did it, and that I should continue to do it, even once I had my license. I tried to do that throughout this flight.
Airspeed alive. There's 55. Gentle on the stick. Maintain runway heading. Positive rate of climb. Drifting left. Gotta stay back on. For 75. Start the turn. Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie, left crosswind 20 Maryland. Turn down the inside. Cut it back out. 45, gotta keep the turn going. Fix it by going. Doing her here. Gotta bring her down. Gotta bring her down. Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie, left downwind 20 Maryland. To 100. Still looking good. At 1,000. Numbers. Flaps. Landing light, bite the climb. Not 45 yet. Bring her to 1,500. 45, here we go. Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie, turning left base 20 Maryland. Side the white arc, not quite yet. Keep the turn coming. About level, lose more speed. In the white arc, here comes 20.
Zero County, Cherokee 21803, 7 miles south, we will fly over the CO 3000, teardrop to the right downwind 32 Montgomery.
Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie, turning final 20 full stop Maryland.
And there you have it, my first landing solo. I'm off center and a little bounce, but I gently eased into it and put the plane on the ground. My rudder and aileron coordination was fine right up until the flare. And I've been told that while landing, the rudder keeps you centered and the ailerons keep you parallel. I have to really keep that in mind all the way to touchdown, and only once I'm sure I'm really on the ground that I transition into using the rudders the way you would a steering wheel on a car. This was a pretty good day to fly, and now that I was on the ground, I had to taxi and wait for 2 other planes to land, so I'm just going to cut to my next takeoff here.
Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie taking off runway 20, closed pattern, Maryland. All right, same deal as before. Normal takeoff. The normal fucking takeoff. Here we go.
Mike has said to me plenty of times that I don't apply enough right rudder to handle a plane's left-turning tendencies, and you can see it here on this takeoff roll. I start right on the center, but as soon as I'm at full power, I'm easing slightly to the left.
One nine again.
Orange traffic, 15 full stop one. Orange traffic,
There's the turn.
4 calls on the go. Flying the public bridge, right turn out to Casanova, Warrington.
Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie left crosswind 20, Maryland.
English traffic, 7890, Warrington, Archer turning final, 15 full stop Warrington. West, last call.
I get to pattern altitude just fine, but as I look out to the runway, I realize I'd ended the turn wide. In focusing on lining up on the downwind, I let my altitude creep up.
Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie left downwind 20, Maryland. Set up landing lights. Get her back down to 1,000, shall we?
03, downwind, runway 34, Carroll traffic.
Get her to 15. First notch flaps. Add 1,000. Wait for 45. Go.
Mini Mustang.
Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie, left base 20, Maryland. Still coming down in the wide arc. 20 notches of flaps.
Warrington traffic, turn into Bravo, left downwind 15, Warrington.
High. Bring her over.
Maryland traffic, gap 1866 is 7 miles to the southeast, inbound for landing. Maryland traffic. 3796, maneuver over cement plane 3060.
Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie, on final 20, full stop, Maryland.
And there's landing number 2. I pulled back on the yoke a little hard this time around, so instead of flaring, I really caught a little more air. I gently let the nose down, and the main wheels ended up kissing the asphalt with no further problems. Once again, poor rudder and aileron control kept me off the center line. By this point, I had one plane taking off, and if you paid attention, you would have heard the other aircraft coming in to land as well. So, let me cut to my next takeoff.
Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie, taking off 20, closed pattern, Maryland.
There I go again, needing more right rudder. Looking at the footage, I can also see I'm not pitching for the best rate of climb. This is by far the sloppiest pattern I've flown today.
Maryland traffic, Bonanza Tree 5, Alpha Whiskey departing runway 20, Maryland.
Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie, left crosswind 20 Maryland.
As I finish my crosswind turn, not only do I end up in the pattern high again, but I've leveled out on a heading that has me closing the runway. I have to spend the downwind leg trying to extend my distance from the field.
Carroll County traffic, Cherokee 03, base, runway 34, Carroll County traffic.
Gotta bring it back out.
Carroll County traffic, 13 helicopter, 1 mile east of Westminster VOL, east side of the field, 1,500.
Name the numbers.
And traffic, Skyhawk 590 Zulu, midfield, left downwind 34, full stop, Foxburg.
That's not 45 yet. That's 45.
Echo on the downwind at midfield.
Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie, left base 20 Maryland.
Cambridge traffic, Warrior 36 Yankee, going to be crossing over midfield, entering at a left downwind, and bound for 34, Cambridge.
Cambridge traffic, 1867 hotels and a left crosswind for 34. How far out is the crosswind traffic? We're on the other side of it, sir. If you're in the touch and go pattern, we're looking for you. No visual. I have the visual. Thank you. And we're just entering downwind 67 hotel. Thank you.
Yeah, go left 9 o'clock, slightly high.
Maryland traffic, Skyhawk 146 Tango Charlie on final 20 full stop Maryland. 500 high but fast. Put it back.
This time around, the wind was doing some funky things, and my approach was affected by it. I also carried a lot of speed with me on this approach, so I ended up landing away from my intended landing point. They're not perfect landings, but they're ones you can walk away from. I have a lot of learning to do still, and I have plenty of tweaking and refining of my flying habits ahead of me. But as a student, I'm proud of how far I've come since I first started. I've built enough confidence in my skills to fly a pattern by myself, and without the aid of an instructor. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, observations, or nuggets of wisdom, I'm all ears. Catch you on the next one.